Now, this channel has a lot of stuff about the TW200, all the different places that we've been taking it, all the different things that we do with it, some of the crazy stuff that we do that people say you shouldn't do with the TW200. But today I wanted to give you just what I think the perfect setup for the TW is if you just want to get out and explore. Not do anything like massively crazy, but still capable if you want to get a little sketchy every now and then. A setup that is just flat out good all the way around. So let me show you. This is my 2019 TW200. I bought this brand new off the showroom floor, and I mean, it doesn't look like there's a whole lot done to it, which I love, and that's what I want to talk about. First off, let's just look at the front of the bike right here. Still the stock suspension, but this front tire is the Shinko 241. This is the 4.0 18. I got this at Rocky Mountain ATV, and this tire has been awesome for the road, for the dirt, for sand, for mud. That tire has really handled everything. It feels super stable. It is extremely grippy. It has served me really, really, really well. I mean, just out riding today, even just doing a little bit of like a hard packed snow, I felt pretty good with it. So that would be really, I would say, one of my absolute most favorite tires for the TW is that Shinko SR241. Now, the other thing that I absolutely love about this is the TAC Industries headlight right here. This thing is super easy to install. I've got a video that shows how to do it, but this light has been awesome. I absolutely love that. It has been a massive upgrade. And my father-in-law, who has his 2021, he's also said, you know what? That's probably been one of my most favorite upgrades. It is extremely bright, and it works really, really well at night. So just one of those good to haves, and actually makes riding at night a little bit more enjoyable, being able to see a little bit more out in front of you. Now, I still have the stock handlebars on here, but as you can see, I have the Tusk D-Flex handguards, and I have the Tusk 30mm handlebar risers. So these are for the 7/8 bar. They do make them for the 1 1/8, but this is the old setup of the D-Flex handguards. And as you can see right here, I did have to make some modifications for them to fit underneath that crossbar. More this one than that one there. So the new ones are a little bit different style, but there is some slight modding that I had to do to make those fit on the bars. But you guys, these, I have them on all 3 of my TWs, and they have been an awesome, awesome handguard, because when you're just out and about, sometimes you're going to fall over. And we hope not, but sometimes you will. And having those handguards on there has saved the tank, the fenders, I mean, the handlebars, my hands, just all that stuff. So they are definitely one of my, I would say hands down, one of my absolute top 5. And then also for like another 20 bucks, these little handlebar risers right here, they give you just literally a little bit more on the bar, which makes the ergonomics, like the sitting up and leaning back on the bike and everything, that much more comfortable. Now, coming down here, this is the Ricochet skid plate. So the stock skid plate is really thin, and if you're not going to be doing anything major off-roading, the stock skid plate is fine. This one, if you're going to feel like you want to do a little bit more aggressive riding, but still not crazy, you can't go wrong with a bigger skid plate. There's quite a few of these. Tusk makes one, Ricochet makes one. There's a really cheap version on Amazon that you can get. Bradley Performance makes one as well. His is really nice. So I mean, if you're going to be doing a little bit harder off-roading than just putting around on, I would say, dirt roads or fire roads, or you know, two-track trails, stuff like that, then I would recommend getting one of those one of those thicker skid plates there. These are the Tusk aluminum race billet, however they want to call them, foot pegs. These things are gnarly. Those little screws can be replaced. I haven't had to yet, but man, they give you loads of grip, and they are literally twice the width of the stock foot pegs, and they come out quite a bit farther. So you've got a bigger, nicer, you know, platform to stand on with a set of wider foot pegs. Again, Bradley Performance makes a set, Tusk makes a set. There's some, what I think they're called craters that you can get on Amazon that aren't exactly quite the same fit. You might have to mod them up a little bit, but those ones are really, really good. I like those. One of the things that makes it a really good setup is the Cycle Rack's rear rack. Now, I know that Rocky Mountain has one as well, and it actually has a more flat base and it follows the contour of the rear fender a little bit more. This one sticks out quite a bit. There's a few reasons that I really like that rear rack. One, it's wide, so when you fall over, it's going to protect the whole back end of the bike, your turn signals, your rear fender, all that stuff. It's going to protect it really, really well. Another thing I like about it is if you're ever riding with a passenger, that gives them something sturdy to hold on to. And it just, I think, gives them a little bit more comfort. My wife and I have done a lot of miles, just the two up on the TW, and it's been great. So I do have the 52 tooth rear sprocket on here. So the stock is a 1450 setup. This one is a 1452, so it gives me just a little bit more bottom end, and it does take away a little bit more on the top end, but I'm still able to cruise about 45 to 50 miles an hour. Now, for some, they'd be like, nah, no way, that's not happening. For those that are just wanting a good, you know, setup to putt around, whether that's going up into the mountains, whether it's riding two up, or whether it's carrying, you know, a little bit more stuff on your TW, that 52 tooth sprocket is, I like it a lot. You guys, I still have the stock carb, I still have the stock jetting, I still have the stock suspension, I still have the stock exhaust. Everything else pretty much on the bike is stock. And it has, I mean, those few mods have saved the bike for all sorts of things. The skid plate, the handguards, and the Cycle Rack's rear rack are all really, really good options to just keep the bike nice, and then also more rugged, more bulletproof, more sturdy and stable, and just add that little bit of protection for you and for the bike as well. So again, if you're just looking for a TW, not to do anything crazy, which we've shown a little bit on this channel, and you just want to get out and you want to enjoy things, then this setup is actually one of my favorites. I've known guys that have got like 69 and 72 sprockets on their bikes, and guys that have got the 47 and lower, you know, sprockets so that they could do more road. So it really is just like a personal preference, but I think this is a real happy medium in between, all around, kind of get a feel for what the bike can actually do. And then if you want to adjust it from there, this is a really good setup. So let me know in the comments down below what you think. What would you say your perfect setup is, or what you would recommend those who are just getting into the TW, what you know, mods you would recommend for them. And let's just have this maybe be a resource for those who are looking at the TW. I appreciate you. I'm grateful, you know, for all those who watch and comment on these. If there's questions, please let me know. And as always, make sure to subscribe and follow along. We've got more TW content coming. I'm Matt. This is MOBStreet. That is my 2019 TW200. Thanks for watching.